You ever had the urge to control sand and turn it into a devastating weapon? What about ride some sand like you're snowboarding? Well, this Prince of Persia inspired title was quite a joy to experience. Hi guys, my name is Peter, aka King Exodus, and today we're going to be reviewing Atlas Fallen. Atlas Fallen is a third-person action RPG that's developed by Deck 13 Interactive and published by Focus Entertainment. They do a great job showing that not all RPGs need to be 50-60 hour long open world masterpieces. Deck 13 isn't creating anything that hasn't been done before, but when you account for the fact that this game is being created with an in-house engine, can't help but give them full credit for what they did with Atlas Fallen. Clocking me in at 15 hours, Atlas Fallen was surprisingly really fun to play. I am reviewing this game on the PS5, but it is available on Xbox and PC as well. And just to remind you, I do scale from a 1 to a 10, with 1 being horrible and 10 being an all-time classic. There's going to be some opinions and some spoilers, so you're being warned now. And with that being said, let's kick that intro. Atlas Fallen creates a fantasy world that's inhabited by sand monsters and gods. This game is semi-open world, with its map being split in 4 different zones in which you discover and explore secrets. As you begin your adventure, you find a gauntlet which houses a god named Nile. This gauntlet gives your player character abilities to control sand, which will help with combat to fend off monsters and exploration across the different zones. Some of these exploration abilities that help with traversal are the sand slide, air dashing, raise ability, reveal ability, and crush ability. Now, the combat system is described as speed and fluidity, and being inspired by God of War and Horizon, and I definitely see what they were going for. Combat is based off a momentum system. As you build up your momentum bar, your weapons grow in size and strength. At any point, your player can use between 3 different weapons, with one being your main and a weaker secondary weapon. Also, you can assign different active stones which come in one of 3 different tiers. And as you build your momentum higher and higher, the more powerful active stones that you can activate. There's also a shatter move for those that like using devastating attacks. All these exploration abilities and combat that the gauntlet has can be upgraded as well, using shards which you acquire as you make it through the story. Speaking of the story, your goal as you learn more and more of the lore is to help Nile, the god inside the gauntlet, fight to create a better world in more of his vision, and his equal Thalos entrapped Nile in the gauntlet and has reigned over the world. Now you, as the gauntlet bearer, take on the responsibility to help Nile put a stop to Thalos' reign of terror. Now, your player character, if you haven't noticed, I haven't given a name. Well, he is unnamed. He is your own character that you name and customize to your vision, and this game does have a healthy amount of customization options right off the rip. You continue to further customize your character as you progress through the story with different armor sets, which help your stats and help you stay competitive with some of the stronger monsters you will encounter. I will say it's pretty clever that you come from a village of unnamed workers. A lot of times it's weird how you name your main character and NPCs don't really use it and they dodge your name. I'll give Deck 13 an applause for that. This game does also have co-op capabilities, so you can bring a friend along for the ride that this game brings. Now, I don't have any friends that actually played Atlas Fallen with me, so I don't really have an experience using that. Atlas Fallen does suffer from graphical issues as well, and I'll admit that it could be fixed by now with updates, but I did suffer from lack of textures loading as I'm exploring, and I also suffered from 3 different crashes as I played the game. But like I said, this stuff can be updated and can be fixed with time. Atlas Fallen didn't recreate the wheel. Like I said, this game had a lot of influences, and I think Atlas Fallen executed on building their own identity from it. The game takes a minute to build, but as you progress through and continue to upgrade your gauntlet, exploration and fights get extremely fun. I actually enjoyed my time with Atlas Fallen, and it was quite the surprise. And in a year where we've been on quite the run of good games, I'd add this to the list of recommended titles for 2023. So, with that being said, I'd score Atlas Fallen at 7 out of 10. Do you plan on checking out Atlas Fallen? Or if you've played it already, let me know what you thought of it. Put it in the comments down below, and while you're down there, consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel for more gaming content, like my video on Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, which should be right there. Thank you very much for watching the video, and until next time, your boy King Exodus is out.